Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. With a great video here with the Ohio State University Battleship. That is the Ohio itself, and the build is on the screen. Yes, I love saying it. You know, fun putting the word "the" in front of everything seems to emphasize that you're better than everybody else. So, the Ohio State Battleship. It's secondary build, as you can see. It's really awesome. Secondaries are back, as the title of the video has said. Yes, people, my favorite secondaries things are back. Hey guys, you love supporting the channel. We're on our way to 200 subscribers. Like, subscribe, share, and bell to be notified of upcoming videos. Appreciate all the support you guys have given us, and we're on our way to keep growing the channel for you guys. So, my favorite thing about battleships is the amount of guns that are shooting, and that means secondaries, main guns. I wish there were more things that we could involve. I mean, one day I hope they bring, cruise missiles or something. That'd be awesome if they do modernize battleships. So, kind of like the 90s era where we had the Missouris, had Tomahawks, and you have these new cruisers and everything that still had guns, but they were firing missiles and rockets. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? But anyways, going back to this is the bread and butter of the game. I really, really enjoy it now. I think secondaries are back to where they kind of were before the rework and everything, and the commander skill rework, and I think that it is in a fair enough place right now that it's better than nothing, obviously. And it's not laser accurate like before, but they are somewhat accurate over time. So, you'll see just by looking at this video and watching some of the gameplay styles and tactics of how I like to play. I like brawling. Yes, brawling is back, ladies and gentlemen. It may be more difficult, but there are actually people pushing in for once, and I'm seeing people playing things like the Grover Kerfers, the GK, and the Republic more, and they're actually pushing in rather than staying in the back and sniping and burning people. It's actually enjoyable now. So, and I've noticed the gameplay is slightly different because of that, because, like I said, secondaries are actually a viable weapon system now, excuse me, that can be used, in all sorts of styles, gameplays, tactics, and ways to, conduct the game itself. So, in the Ohio here, I have the build, as you can see, that, it doesn't require what's it called, Fearless Brawler, or whatever it was in the middle there, where it was, if you got it, you would reduce your main battery reload, but also reduce the secondary reload time as well. They actually separated that now, so the secondaries already get caked in, or baked in, we want to call it. The 10% secondary in the new patch, 10% reduced reload rate, if you will, rate of fire, already baked into the secondaries now. So your secondaries should naturally just fire 10% faster, and now it's really more about manual secondaries and range. So that's something really beneficial and great, I believe. And then, of course, in the modules that you can actually add on the ship, you can actually do the going back to the old school days of reducing reload, which I think is 20%, as well as 20% range. So pretty fast guns and awesome, especially Ohio. When I did this full secondary build, man, these things are firing like back in the day really, really fast. Watching this video, I think they're maybe near the same speed, about 2.2 second reloads per 127mm guns on the good old Mark 5 or Mark 10, what do you call these guns, on the Montana-style battleships, the American secondaries, if you will. So right now, we basically have CCAP in play, and we are now looking for a capture point. Now I know I'm still smart enough to go like, well, I'm not going to push in with a Shimakaze there. Since I'm the only battleship like up front here, it seems like I'm the only one that seems to be pushing into a cap, which is very rare. That's my play style. I like pushing caps. And I'm going to see if I can take on a whole fleet of Des Moines and GKs here. So let's see, we'll fire a broadside Des Moines. Hopefully this works. And boom! Look at that, 14,000 K off his HP right there. And we got secondaries firing. So the thing I love about secondaries and the style of gameplay is you can target somebody else while working on another target. So right now I'm trying to get a fire going on the GK and take damage from him as well, while still focusing on the Des Moines, who I want to delete off the map. And here we go, fire another salvo at him and see what we can do. Got damage con there because I got 2 fires, that's my tactic. Boom, all right, looks like the next salvo will kill the Des Moines. His armor is not really good, strong enough to withstand a 457mm if hit properly from the Ohio. Shimakaze comes back into play, we switch back over. Now, understand the secondaries, they reduce by maybe 5 or 7%, I believe, something like that, if you switch priority targets back and forth like that. I didn't like that because back in the day, it didn't matter. Secondaries are secondaries. Why would targeting something else all of a sudden, whammy kablammy, there goes a Des Moines. He's out of the game. And we're also getting, oh, I'm sorry, that was a GK. And let's see if we can get another kill. Fire, boom! Whammy, blame me on the Des Moines. That is 2 kills down. Sorry we didn't get a double strike there. That would have been awesome. And we got a flooding and we're running away. So yeah, the torpedoes hit us pretty hard. So what I was saying earlier was the fact that you can, the Des Moines, the shells obviously can't withstand really heavily pretty well, the 457s. But also the secondaries, I really love the fact that you can target 2 targets at once. So essentially work on 1 target while the other is being burned to death by your secondaries. Really, really awesome gameplay style right there. And also just shooting the Des Moines, like I said, plunging fire of the arcs of the Ohio, really, really awesome as well. I mean, this is the battleship. I'm telling you, the Ohio is, back in the day, even I believe one of the community contributors, which is Flamu or Flambass, they said that, man, Ohio's like overpowered. Back in the day, I think it was. I mean, Ohio is like a research bureau ship. You can definitely go get it now. You just got to grind your way or pay free XP or whatever you got to do to reset lines to get the Ohio. But one of my, I think the utmost favorite battleship to play with Halsey on board, the commander Halsey, which speeds up your turret rotation rates, as well as if you get Confederates, you can reduce your reload rates as well. But the Ohio is one of the best battleships in the game. I think it's really fun. It has the not as good of a heel as the Massachusetts, but reduced times to do it. Damage cons are also great on the reload times. I've read Little White Mouse's reviews, and if you guys haven't seen lately in the drama going on right now, Little White Mouse is one of the. I've read her reviews. I've never met her, never spoken with her, never seen her or anything, but just reading her reviews, I mean, the amount of depth and work this person has put into World of Warships, I have to commend and give her props. And I really read her reviews now as a way to speak highly about the ship, and she loves the ship. I don't think she has an in-depth review of the actual Ohio itself, but from her overall review of it, it's phenomenal. One of the best battleships, the best lines that they've ever given. And this is the way American battleships should always be, where the secondaries go to range. I don't understand why the same secondary guns on this and on a Montana are different. They're the same guns, essentially, on 127 millimeters. Different, maybe insignia markings, like a Mark 5 or Mark 10 or whatever you want to call it. But this is the battleship. I mean, come on, it's the same secondary. I wish that all secondaries were the same, but I guess the gimmicks have to be there for wargaming to make money, which I'll talk about later in another video. But I understand it's a business, but wargaming, the way their style of making money is, I believe, just immoral, I would say. The fact that you have to gamble to get a lot of things in the game nowadays, and you can see some videos, just go YouTube stuff about everything going on right now, that gambling on a game that allows children to play is probably not the most ethical and not the most moral. And why would I need to gamble to buy something? I don't understand why you got to give me the ability to gamble to spend money. It doesn't make sense. It's like, hey, roll this dice to see if you have the ability to go buy a car. It doesn't make sense. Boom, whammy kablammy, those shells hit the Holland. This thing is also good at taking down DDs. So our team is pushing from Charlie's side, and it looks like we got the momentum going. So I'm like, okay, full throttle, let's go. I'm going to use the island over here on my left to cover my left flank while I take on the Stalingrad. Now watch this. Stalingrad is a devastating ship, by the way, another research bureau ship. One of the best cruisers on the Soviet side. And look, he's at 60,000 feet, and he heals from 60K HP. Watch what I can do against this thing, and just realize how powerful the Stalingrad is. But yeah, I feel like the Ohio is one of the only few battleships can really take it on. Look at 10,000 damage, and he's taken me on pretty well with his guns. His guns are like really powerful as well, but we're going to basically keep our angle right now, keeping manual secondaries on the Stalingrad, and you'll notice the longer you keep the secondaries on the Stalingrad, and the way the game works now, secondary dispersion and accuracy is better, so that we get more hits on target. On the counter on the top right there, you go from 61. We're going to tick all the way up to 200, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty awesome. We're at 71 already, plus these 60. We're at 130 plus secondary hits, and there's the bread and butter starting a fire. That's the bread and butter of the American secondaries. Look at that, just constant shells hitting the superstructure and just starting fires galore. That's what I want. So we tactical ramming into a rock here, and we're just using the angles to bounce those shells off of our body while keeping our left flank. I'm checking over here, left flank is covered by the Holland. Hopefully they can cover me. And then we're gonna just keep aiming at the superstructure here while these shells like arc in. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, nice little plunging fire right there. And that's how we're gonna hit them. His bow is pretty strong on the Stalingrad, so I'm not going to even mess with that. And there we go, start another fire. And I don't know what he has on his ship, but man, he is repelling fires galore like crazy. It's pretty impressive. And then he's also taking massive hits on me as well. He's getting those sweet shots in on my weak armor. And we are holding B and Bravo and Charlie, but we are losing badly now. And I don't know what happened to my left flank and my south flank there. It looks like both my Hollands don't end up surviving. But this is why it's so fun. This is the fun part. We have another Vermont coming up right now, another kind of American-style battleship. But I don't understand why his secondaries aren't good. But hey, Wargaming, make secondaries good on all American ships the way they should be because they're the same guns. But Vermont secondaries are not as good as mine. I have longer range and touch than him, but his guns are also 457s, but he has 12 of them as opposed to my 8. So we're gonna go a nose in on the Stalingrad to deflect as many shells. But I don't want to show my nose too much because we have a Vermont on our left. 800 points, 300 down. We have 8 minutes left in the game, and we have another damage pound fire. We get 5,000 health. Look at that. I brought him from 60,000 health all the way down to 6,000. He's still healing, ladies and gentlemen. Stalingrad literally is a beast. And we are trying to do our best and dandiest to take him out. We take a quick shot at here, fire at the guns, hopefully take out one of his guns. Boom, boom, boom. We ricochet. Look at that armor over there. And man, we are taking hits off the nose. Bound. Let's reverse. And look at that. The Stalingrad is already healing back to 15k. Oh my goodness. Like we are literally, we can only do so much here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I am literally down. All my heals are gone. Damage conned everything I could. 9,000 health left. Let's see if we can get some lucky shot on the bow. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, ricochet. I knew it. That bow's way too strong. You got to aim for the superstructure here. And where's the rest of my team? My team has literally disappeared from my southern flank. I have a Shimakaze in the back, and I'm about to burn to death. Boo. 155,000 damage with the fire still going. 3 kills, and we pretty much this game is in the bag. So that's my thoughts of the Ohio with the new secondaries. I'm going to try some more games with the GK and the Ohio. I mean, secondaries are back, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't done so, go grind some ships. I believe the mechanic works for a majority of the secondaries now. In May, I don't know if you have to take manual fire to increase them, but they say that as long as you select a ship, that it should reduce the dispersion and get better accuracy as time goes by. But again, I'm going to try them all out. I've had fun with the Republic. I've had a really good game in the Grover Kurfürst, the GK, which is really, really fun to play, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys haven't gotten that ship, try to get it. I'll do a video about that, showing how cool the secondaries are coming back, and try some new battleships. Also, Clan Battles is coming back right now with Tier 6 ships, which is another fun thing that's going on right now. And if you haven't seen the new ships that are coming out, the new Dockyard event has come out with the Dutch Cruiser. I don't I'll be honest right now, it's not good. Don't get it. That's me. I'll do a quick little review and play style of it later. But I hope you guys liked the video. Secondaries are back. Let's play it, have fun, let's brawl, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Cheers!